Welcome everyone to podcast number 24. Really excited to bring you this one. I think I start every show like that. I'm getting goosebumps. I get that before every show too. But I don't go live or record podcasts about things that I am just not purely passionate about. So, I work with my clients in the 8-week program, like, oh, this week is my favorite. They're all my favorite. So pumped, super pumped. I hope you can feel my energy to bring you this content. And this one is about effort and intensity. Now, I did a live on this week. We are in June at the moment, June 2021 when I'm recording this, but I did a quick live on this. It was powerful. I had people contacting me saying, you need to talk more about this. I'm seeing so many people struggling with this right now, and oh crumbs, it's just a direct correlation to what's happening with some of my clients. And I also caught my husband and I in it today. Really interesting. So I am far more intense than him. You might have worked that out from our stories, or if you know me, you would know that. But it was interesting when he asked for the intensity to be upped, and so I upped it, and within a couple of hours he was like, oh, I'm hitting the microphone. So I love to share with you that example, but stick around. So let me talk to you about intensity versus effort. So this is where we have people, they might be perfectionists, or they're just bringing their A game, they're go-getters. You see them as powerful, they're inspiring, and they are just full of energy, and they are just like, go, 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 go. What happens with these people though, and what happens with myself, is there a time there where the intensity just needs to stop. So let's look at effort. Effort is putting in the best effort that you can, okay? Being the best that you can be. So let's take it in the gym, like a physical situation. So, you might have a little program that says 3x15 of these exercises, and you might have 8 of those, right? And so 100% effort is doing 3 times 15 of those reps to the best you can for each one. Okay, that's 100% effort. But then taking the intensity to another level is around where we train with the highest weights we can, where we're reducing our rest breaks. We might be keeping our rest at 30 seconds between each exercise, and we have this high peak of intensity. Or we might look at people who are marathon runners. So they obviously run a marathon, they run with 100% intensity and effort, but they also change that up. So there's an opportunity in life for us to always bring 100%. So keeping our effort on, keeping our A game on, but just stepping off the pedal with our intensity, okay? Just stepping it back. Let's use a car analogy. I don't know if any of you remember driving manual cars, but I do. And some of those who have fast cars or performance cars have a tachometer in them, which shows you how hard the car is revving. And so you'll see it go up. So, in my life, I went, wah! It's like when you're peaking. It's imagining putting your car in first gear and then driving, as fast as you can, like it's just burning out. And I'm seeing that a lot with the leaders. I did it myself. I'm seeing a lot with the leaders that I'm working with my clients. They are just 100% effort, but the intensity is pedal to the metal. I'm seeing it in workplaces at the moment. I'm seeing people working through their lunch breaks. I'm seeing emails from 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. This is what I'm talking about in terms of intensity. So in the workplace, we can bring our A game as we arrive on time. We are ready, we've looked after ourselves, we are focused, and we are bringing 100% of our A game for the workday, and then, finish on time, and we look after our well-being, and we're balanced and sustainable. Like that is 100% effort. And sometimes when we've got peak projects or things we need to address, our intensity will go up, we'll work a bit harder, but this is about knowing that we can keep our effort there, but the intensity can come off, up and down, yeah? Just tweak that up a little bit. So I just wanted to share that with you. So if you're a business owner, obviously growing your business, there are times where you're in high intensity, when you're in sales, when you're following up payments, when you're in design phase, when you're in lead up, when you're pre-launch, all of those things, we are in high intensity. I've just observed my friends getting a restaurant ready, super intense, choosing wine lists, food, stockists, merchandise, furniture, marketing. but now there's an opportunity now that they're open to just reduce the intensity back, keeping the food prep happening, keeping the marketing happening, making sure people are seated and looked after, but no, not the intensity about, getting ready for pre-launch. So whether you're leaders in an organization, there's peak times in your business where we need high intensity. Might be around end of financial year, might be around end of the calendar year. It might be around, I know florists, it's like wedding season is through the roof. Like there are peaks in your business where you need to bring high intensity, but we can also bring it down a bit. And the reason why it's so important is that we're important and we cannot, as humans, maintain that high sense of intensity and 100% effort all the time. Something's going to give. Let me ask you a question. If you do spend a lot of time in 100% effort and full-on intensity for extended periods of time, when you go on holidays, do you suddenly get sick? Like I hear so often, oh, how was your holiday? Oh, I've got a cold. I was so, well, first day off, I just got sick as a dog. I had a cold the whole time. That's when our body signals there's an opportunity for a gap to slow down, and it tapers right down. So if we don't reduce the intensity, our body's going to do it for us anyway. So we can just tweak it up, even as a parent. So there's things we want to teach our kids and guide them in terms of responsibility and cleanliness and all those kind of things. But if we're intense, so full on, we just drive them away. We can pick our time, we can keep 100% effort, we can role model, but there's times where we can pick it up in peaks and drop it back. Also in our physical well-being. So I talked about training. So I've just spent 6 months with some of the world's best trainers, amazing program, and I'm really grateful for it. But I had the perception that world-class athletes actually train like crazy the whole time. And interestingly, they don't. So my first week's program was just routine exercises, getting my body moving. Same for weeks 2, 3, and 4. And then week 1, we'd ramp it up again. But week 1 was all about learning the moves, practicing the flow. And then week 2, we'd up the weights. Week 3, we'd go like as strong as we can. And week 4, we'd go all out, 100% effort, 100% intensity. And then week 1 again would be what they'd call a deload, bringing it right back down, slowing it right down, softening, feeling into it, letting our body recuperate. So even world-class athletes aren't at that peak performance all the time. Okay, they're really tapering it. Same with nutrition. Those people that want to go, I'm on a health kick, I'm on a diet, I'm on a 16-week challenge, they fall off the bandwagon because it's far too intense. It's far too intense. So there's an opportunity there to flex the intensity. Yeah. So, I see that where people go, yeah, I'm going to eat great all week, and on the weekend, I'm just going to make a few different choices. Perfect. We don't have that intensity of 7 days a week at that peak. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about effort and intensity. And everyone that I've spoken to who is in burnout or tired has said, I never thought about it that way. Oh, clients this week, I'm one of those people, I'm all in. That was my story. I'm 100% in. So we can be 100% in, but not pedal to the metal, not killing ourselves. And we are actually killing ourselves, not missing life, not experiencing every moment. Like we can give 100% effort and still experience those things. Yeah. Change the intensity, play with the flow in the peaks and troughs based on what you're feeling and what your needs are. Yeah. Just invite you, create the space. So let's go through some tips. If you are realizing now in this moment that you are bringing 100% effort and you are redlining with your intensity, like there's no tomorrow, here's some tips for you. And for those of you who have email, which is probably everyone listening or anyone that's watching on YouTube, pardon me, your inbox is the place where your brain revs out the most. You are reading, interpreting messages, making decisions. A stimulus is coming in, you're thinking, you're responding in the moment. You're also planning, the other pop-ups are popping up. It's the place where your mind is going to redline as much as you can. So if you are in total overwhelm, the first thing I invite you to do is turn your notifications off and only go in your email for set times of the day. So if you had a sneaky peek into my diary, you would see Inbox Ninja as the first thing of the day. Actually, it's the second thing. The first thing is space. There's actually nothing in my diary as the first thing, because sometimes something pops up. It's called unplanned work. Stuff goes down, SHIT happens. So each morning there's space for that. If nothing happens, straight into my inbox. And I call it Inbox Ninja because I'm not going to hang around there. It's too intense. I go in there, I do my 4Ds. That's something I take you through if you work with me as one of my leaders. I'll teach you that later. But Inbox Ninja is in the morning and in the afternoon. That's about it. If I've got a major thing I'm delivering for a client, I'll keep an eye on that and look out for those clients only. Otherwise, it's morning and night. That's it. So, hot tip there. If you want to stick around, go a little bit deeper. Here we go. Number one is just push pause. If you are super intense, just push pause. Find ways to connect with you to push pause. If you don't know where to start, I invite you to come to one of my half-day workshops. If you don't have time for the workshop, I don't have time for the workshop. It's 3 hours on a Saturday. You know what? Come on the retreat. Come. It's 2021 at the moment. The retreats are in October. If you're listening to this after 2021, just look at events in my website. You'll be able to see when the next retreat is coming up. Come and immerse yourself in the gorgeous Port Douglas with me for 2 days. Stick around for the third day, Business Mastery, if you're a business owner, and let's really push pause, okay? Get clarity. Get clarity on where you can start to drop your intensity. Are there little windows or pockets of time where you can create that, okay? Number 3 is you are the creator. So this level of intensity in your life, you've actually chosen or created. And if you're thinking like, no, I didn't, if you're hearing no, I didn't in your mind, let's explore that. Come and hang out with me, DM me, come to my workshop, book a session with me. We need to play. But we are the creator of exactly where we are. And the cool thing about it is that we've created it, we can uncreate it. We can create something different. So start with creating the space. Just create the space, carve out some time. And I worked with a leader this week who I said, what's holding you back from having a lunch break? Oh, nothing. Okay, so what action could you take right now? I could book my lunch breaks in because then I've got my personal admin to do and I've got some things for the kids and so that in just the idea of creating the space, fill the space with more high intensity things, yeah? So let's wind it back a bit. Let's wind it back. Let's create the space. So pushing pause, get clarity, create the space, yeah? Let's write the new story. And just a simple shift from doing to being. That's the best way to drop the intensity down. Intensity is head from shoulders up. Do. In head, not in heart. Let's drop it down a bit. Drop it down in the heart space, into the feeling, into the being, into our feminine. That's all you got to do. Pause it out, yeah, into the feminine. Cool. Share with you a bit of a funny story about intensity. So my husband and I are on totally different levels in terms of our intensity. I am super intense. Unless we're watching sport, then he's more intense than me. If you've hung out with us at an AFL game with our beautiful Sydney Swans, you would know that. So he came to me yesterday with all these piles of papers and spreadsheets, and we're working through the most significant project we've worked on together. And he's like, things are out of control, this, and this is this. We need to sort it out. I'm not getting anywhere. Can you just take control of it? And I was like, yeah, no problem. Okay. Oh, we need to do it tonight. Okay, no problem. I've got between this time and this time. And he looks at me like, seriously, woman, like your day is jam-packed. I'm like, well, okay, I'll create the space. Let's do it. I look through it, I'm like, okay, this is that. All we need to do is take action here, and here. What do you think? He's like, yep. Okay. So send an email. Let's make a time to ask them the first available time. Oh yeah, I'll send that email tomorrow, babe. That sounds like a good idea. Well, you've got your phone in your hands. Just jump out of Facebook. Just jump into your email because I didn't have my email with me, right? And I'm like, just quickly send the email. Thanks. This is our next step. As soon as possible, make this happen. Oh, babe, I'll do that tomorrow. Let's just do it now. And, it sends the email. off we go to sleep. I get up this morning. I'm in other stuff. I'm flying out the door, and he's like, "Oh, I've just got an email. The meeting's this morning. When can you do it?" And I was like, "Okay, I can do it between 9:30 and 10 a.m. That's my available space today." I said, "So can you make that happen?" "Oh, can you do it?" "No problem." So I sent a text. Went for coffee. Messaged the lady. "Great, we're on. I'll send you the Zoom link when I get there." I got back. And he's like, "What's happening? Where?" And I was like, "It's all good, babe. Send the link, do it." And so it's interesting when you ask for the intensity to be raised up, like, are you ready for that? It was really, really interesting to just watch us both operate. So both 100% effort, both 100% committed, both want the same outcome, both working to the same thing, totally different intensities. It was super cool. That's probably an overshare, but I'm here to connect with you. I'm here to build a community. I'm here to lead, inspire, and heal the feminine, in men and women. I work with a lot of women, and I thought it's not actually the women I'm working with, it's the feminine, because a lot of the women that are stuck, like I was, stuck, overwhelmed, exhausted, we're living in the masculine. We're not connected to flow and pleasure and love and being and, all the moonbeams and rainbows and all the stuff that gives you all the goosebumps, We're not connected to that when we're in overwhelm, when our intensity is through the roof. That's our masculine energy. So that's what I do. I work with the feminine. Sometimes I get too flowy, but here I am. So if you're loving this content and you want to stay and play, I would love for you to join my community. The link's in the show notes, or if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to grab it down there in the comments. I hope this helps you if you are really burnout or overwhelmed, just noticing for you, the difference between your intensity and your effort, and you can still be 100% the best you can be, but you can just change the intensity of it. Yeah. Take care. God bless. I hope this has served you so well. If you do have any topics you would like me to present on, please let me know. I love creating content specifically for my listeners. It makes me sing, brings me so much joy. Yeah, so makes my heart sing. So yeah, let me know, bring it. Take care. God bless, and look forward to seeing you real soon.